It feels like a moment of great transition and upheaval right now. There's social and technological forces that are causing transformations in our perspective as individuals and changing the general landscape of our moral and social perspectives as a society. Also, while that's going on, unless our senses and our scientists are deceiving us, there are immediate and significant changes in the ecology of our very planet. Our environment itself is also shifting. So it is a flexion point. It feels like we're moving into a new era. And given all of this, and since that's kind of scary and intense, it may be a good time to try to articulate what your values are and what relationship those have to your actions. What do you really value and why? Do you want a revolution? Do you not want a revolution? Do you want a green revolution or a different kind of revolution? And what do you mean by those terms? And why do you want them in the first place? What is the ultimate value set that directs you to advocate for or seek to effectuate those changes? Is it your own physical security or that of people you're connected to? Is it some higher moral order? Is it a higher cosmic order? Is it God? In some way, these are questions that we can't necessarily answer. There's limits to our rationality. Our sense data may be faulty. We can only develop a perspective from within the bubble of our own psyches or our own cultures or immediate situations. All that being said, it is clearly possible for humans to articulate systems of value that in some ways transcend their immediate conditions, and by virtue of which they're able to alter their immediate conditions and create a new type of world in conformance with whatever end they have in mind. In other words, philosophies matter, and moreover, everyone does have a philosophy whether they know it or not. The difference between a philosopher and someone who's not a philosopher is merely the difference between somebody who knows that they have a philosophy and what it is versus somebody who doesn't. And so it may be a good time to consciously examine and seek to articulate your own positive philosophy. Not positive like yay, but positive like here, I posit this about the stuff. I call this task generating your own ecosophy, which literally means the wisdom of the home. I like to ground things in this notion of the ecos because of the material aspect of living in a physical environment, and because of the notion that the ecos is ultimately the home, and home is a fundamental existential concept for human beings. Our lives begin in the home of the womb. Our lives persist in the home of the body. We manipulate our physical environments to create private or public homes for ourselves and others, and the planet itself, and really the universe itself, is ultimately another such home. Homes within homes within homes on the range. And so the question is, how should you or how do you operate in your nested series of homes, and why? In reference to that strange and ultimate and unanswerable and yet essential question, I'm now offering the 5th installment of my online Ecosophy course, the purpose of which is to help you to articulate this, your ecosophy, your what, your how, and your why. Why would you do that? Because you may feel less homeless if you're able to express and act in accord with the home of which you're a part. I'm not saying you're homeless in the sense of being unhoused, though maybe you are. But the point is to turn the house of your existence into a home. The invitation is to be able to articulate your values in reference to philosophical terminology that has been developed in various civilizations over the course of thousands of years, and to examine your actions in that light, and to take action together on shared projects that are grounded in shared articulations of wisdom. We're moving into this new thing, this new era, and this new era can be characterized, if we want it to, by a human populace that is not just enslaved to its own assumptions and to the ideological and economic dominance of those who control information and resources. We can instead rise to the occasion of being true lovers of wisdom, and in so doing being lovers of ourselves and of one another, and collective builders of the home. We can operate in a holism of action and value. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can do it yourself because there's a lot of information out there. But if you'd like help in doing it and you want to do it in collaboration with me and some other folks, you can join my course.